Hello everyone, welcome to Laexcellence IAS Academy. We have discussed the ethnic conflicts, wars and drying up lakes. But all these events are similar in nature from one reason, that is displacement of people. Because of these events, the displacement of people is happening, and these displaced people are migrating to some other regions. These people are called refugees. These refugees may be due to civil wars, ethnic conflicts, wars, maybe even environmental reasons. The environmental reasons refugees called environmental refugees are climate change induced refugees. So in order to make sure that these refugees are provided with care, medical facilities, food, the United Nations Human Rights Commission established some camps, what we call refugee campuses. So UPSC is asking such UN refugee campuses in examination, especially in prelims examination. For the first time, UPSC asked refugee campus in 2022. The first statement is that Bidi is a large refugee settlement in northwestern Kenya. This is first statement. In second statement, some people who fled from the South Sudan civil war, South Sudan civil war, lived in Bidi settlement. And third statement, some people who fled from civil war in the Somalia lived in Dabab refugee campus, which is in Kenya. This is question that asked in 2022 prelims examination. Before discussing this question and coming at an answer, we will discuss all the refugee campuses, and later we will discuss this question again and we will find out what is the answer. Okay, let us start. The first refugee campus we are going to discuss is that Kutupalong expansion site. This is UN refugee campus in Bangladesh. This is located in the Cox's Bazar region of Bangladesh, and this hosts refugees who are coming from Rakhine state of Myanmar. Rakhine state of Myanmar, they are also called Rohingyas. Okay, Rohingya refugees are living in this particular refugee campus, and this Kutupalong expansion site is the largest UN refugee campus in the world. Okay, these are the things you should know about this particular Kutupalong expansion site. And second is that Bidi refugee campus. Okay, this is Bidi campus asked in 2022 prelims examination. Okay, Bidi refugee campus or refugee settlement is located in Uganda, but the question mentioned Kenya. Okay, we'll discuss that question again. Okay, Bidi refugee settlement located in Uganda. This hosts people from South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. By Democratic Republic of Congo, we have discussed the DRC is experiencing ethnic conflicts. Okay, Bidi refugee campus located in Uganda. This hosts the people coming from South Sudan and DRC. These things will be sufficient for your examination point of view. Okay, and next is Kakuma refugee campus in Kenya. This Kakuma refugee campus located in Kenya, and this hosts people coming from South Sudan, Somalia, Sudan as well as DRC. Okay, this Kakuma refugee campus located in Kenya first, and it hosts people coming from South Sudan, Somalia as well as DRC. And second is that this hosts people are children, majorly children of Sudan. Okay, because of this is called lost boys of Sudan. Okay, lost boys of Sudan, because the children, because of the civil war happening in Sudan, the children also dying, but these children found their home in this particular camp. Okay, Kakuma refugee campus, these children are called lost boys of Sudan. Okay, if questions asks Where are the last boys of Sudan are living presently? It goes to Kakuma refugee campus, which is located in Kenya. Okay, and also one of the camp under this particular Kakuma refugee camp is that Kalobei. Kalobei is also extension of the Kakuma refugee camp. Because of this overcrowding of the Kakuma refugee campus resulted in another site called as it Kalobei camp. Okay, these things will be sufficient. And next is that Dabab refugee complex. This refugee complex also located in Kenya, and the question also asked about Dabab refugee campus. Okay, and this hosts Somali refugees. Somali located in which part of the country? Ethiopia. We already discussed in the ethnic conflict videos. Okay, this hosts the people coming from Somalia as well as Somalia's civil war. Okay, question asks this in a third statement. Okay, right? Somalia's civil war. Somali is different. Somalia's civil war is different. Okay, Somali is a ethnic conflict region in Ethiopia, but Somalia's civil war. Okay, Somalia is a different country altogether. Okay, and this Dabab refugee complex hosts people coming from Somalia civil war, which happened in 1991. These things will be sufficient with respect to Dabab refugee complex. And next is Jatari refugee camp. This Jatari refugee camp located in Jordan, and this hosts people coming from Syrian refugees. Why Syrian refugees? Because of Syrian civil war. Okay, Syrian civil war, which is happening from 2011 and continuing still today. And because of this, the Syrian people who are fleeing from Syria and coming to this particular camp called Jatari refugee camp, and this camp, when this camp overcrowded, and another camp established called Azraq refugee campus. This also located in Jordan, and this also hosts Syrian refugees. These things with respect to Azraq refugee campus as well as Jatari refugee campus will be sufficient from your 2025 prelims. And next is we discussed Naragusu, Endutu and M10 Delhi, which are located in Tanzania. These campuses are located in Tanzania and hosts people from DRC, means Congolese refugees. These are all together means three campuses, which are Naragusu, Endutu and M10 Delhi, hosts people coming from Congolese refugees, means DRC. Okay, this will be sufficient for you 2025 prelims with respect to these campuses which are located in Tanzania. Okay, please note that Naragusu, Endutu and M10 Delhi are located in Tanzania. Okay, and next is that Aubare and Shidar refugee campus. These are located in Ethiopia. Okay, we already discussed why, but which people these two campuses host, means these are Somali people. Somali is located in Ethiopia itself. Okay, these are things we discussed earlier and we are recovering these things again. Aubare refugee campus hosts people coming from Somali region, and also the Shidar camp. Okay, this is Shidar refugee campus hosts also Somali people. These are the things you should know about Aubare as well as Shidar, which are located in Ethiopia. Okay, and next coming very important ethnic, means very important refugee campuses in Gaza itself. Okay, because the crisis, humanitarian crisis created in Gaza, war between Gaza as well as Israel happened recently. Because of this, the humanitarian crisis, and these camps are located in Gaza. One is Jabalia camp, Beach camp, Nusrat, Bureji and Magaji, Deir al-Balaha, Khan Yunis and Rafah campus. Very two important among these are, one is Khan Yunis camp, other Rafah camp. These will be very important if UPSC asks any questions from these places. These will be very important. Please remember all these things, but very careful about these two things. Rafah, one is Khan Yunis. These will be very important from your 2025 prelims. Okay, and these are the refugee campuses in the world with respect to United Nations Human Rights Commission. And the question which was asked in 2022 prelims, will now discuss the answer. Okay, and okay, this is the question. The first statement is Bidibidi campus is a large refugee settlement which in northwestern Kenya. Okay, this is the wrong statement. This is located in Uganda. Okay, this is the first statement is wrong. Okay, and second statement, some people who fled from South Sudan civil war lived in Bidibidi campus. Okay, this is correct statement. We already discussed that. And third statement, some people who fled from civil war in Somalia lived in the above refugee complex Kenya. Okay, this is also right statement. We discussed that Somali civil war happened in 1991, and these people who fled from Somalia living in the Bab refugee campus, we also discussed these particular things also. These are the refugee campuses which are managed by the United Nations Human Rights Commission, and these things will be asked by UPSC in 2025 prelims. Okay, please note that these things will be very helpful if the UPSC asks any such places in news in the UPSC 2025 prelims. Okay, thank you.